Welcome to the science fiction universe. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with new stories. Now, let's begin the story. The human colony ship, Hope's Dawn, descended rapidly through the atmosphere, its hull glowing from the friction of re-entry. Alarms blared in the control room as Captain Mitchell and his crew fought to stabilize the vessel. Doctor. Ava Chen gripped the edge of her console, her heart pounding as she watched the planet's surface grow larger on the view screen. Brace for impact. Captain Mitchell shouted over the comms. The ship shuddered violently as it broke through the clouds, revealing a landscape that was both breathtaking and alien. Towering ruins, covered in moss and bioluminescent plants, stretched as far as the eye could see. The dense forests below were a tapestry of vibrant colors, with flora that glowed softly in the fading daylight. With a deafening crash, Hope's Dawn skidded across the ground, tearing through trees and underbrush before coming to a halt. Silence fell over the control room, broken only by the crackling of damaged systems and the groans of the ship settling into the earth. "Status report," Captain Mitchell ordered, his voice steady despite the chaos. "Structural integrity compromised, but we're intact," reported Lieutenant Anders. "Multiple hull breaches, but life support is holding." Ava unclipped her harness and stood, her legs shaky. "We need to assess the damage and establish a base camp," she said, glancing at Commander Elias Burke, who was already organizing the colonists for the initial survey. Elias nodded, his expression grim. "Let's move, people. We've got work to do." As the colonists disembarked, Ava led a small team to explore the immediate area. The air was thick with unfamiliar scents, a blend of sweet and pungent from the alien plants. Strange creatures rustled in the underbrush, their glowing eyes watching the newcomers with curiosity. Ava's attention was drawn to a nearby structure, a towering ruin that emitted faint energy readings. Over here, she called to her team. "This structure might hold the key to our survival." They approached cautiously, their flashlights illuminating the intricate carvings and symbols on the walls. Ava's heart raced as she examined a partially functional device embedded in the stone. It emitted a soft, rhythmic pulse of light. "This technology. It could be our key to survival," Ava murmured, her fingers tracing the alien script. Elias joined her, his expression wary. "Our priority is to keep everyone safe, Ava," he reminded her. She nodded reluctantly. "Agreed. But we can't ignore the potential here." They returned to the crash site, where the colonists were busy setting up a temporary base camp using salvaged materials from the ship. Tensions were high, with whispers of fear and uncertainty spreading among the group. "What if we never get off this planet?" One colonist voiced the unspoken fear. Ava stepped forward, her voice firm. "We will adapt, just as we always have. This world is full of possibilities. We just need to explore them." The next day, a scouting party led by Elias ventured further into the ruins, encountering a mysterious structure covered in unknown symbols. Meanwhile, Ava and her team began studying the alien technology, hoping to unlock its secrets. As night fell, the bioluminescent plants illuminated the camp with an eerie glow. Ava stood at the edge of the clearing, gazing at the alien landscape. Despite the challenges ahead, a sense of determination filled her. This world, with its strange beauty and hidden dangers, was their new home, and she would do everything in her power to ensure their survival. The morning sun cast long shadows across the alien ruins as Ava led her team deeper into the labyrinth of structures. The air grew colder, and a musty smell hinted at the passage of time. Towering edifices, interconnected by skybridges, loomed overhead, their surfaces etched with intricate alien symbols. Ava's heart raced with anticipation. "Keep an eye out for anything that looks like a library or database," she instructed. "We need to find out more about who built this place." After hours of careful exploration, they stumbled upon a vast chamber filled with what appeared to be ancient records. Rows of crystalline tablets and holographic displays lined the walls, each pulsing with a faint, rhythmic hum. "Jackpot," whispered Dr. Simmons, one of Ava's team members. As they began examining the records, a holographic recording flickered to life. An ethereal figure appeared, its features delicate and otherworldly. The Illyrians spoke in a language that was initially incomprehensible, but Ava's recent studies of the alien symbols helped her piece together some of the meanings. The Illyrians. They didn't vanish. They evolved, she said, translating for the team. They became non-corporeal beings, existing within the planet's energy field. The revelation sent a wave of excitement and fear through the group. This place is a treasure trove, but it's also a death trap, Simmons remarked, glancing warily at the dormant devices surrounding them. Their enthusiasm was abruptly tempered when one of the devices malfunctioned, emitting a burst of energy that knocked Simmons to the ground. Ava rushed to his side, her heart pounding. "Are you okay?" Simmons nodded weakly. "Just a scratch. But we need to be more careful." As they continued their work, Ava deciphered more of the alien language, unlocking a wealth of information about the Illyrians' fate. They had faced their own environmental collapse and chose to transcend their physical forms, integrating into the planet's energy network. Returning to the base camp, Ava and her team shared their discoveries with the rest of the colonists. The excitement was palpable, but so was the fear. Elias confronted Ava privately, his expression tense. "We can't risk our lives for this, Ava," he said, his voice low. "We need to focus on survival, not chasing ancient ghosts." Ava's eyes flashed with determination. "Knowledge is our best weapon here, Elias. The more we understand about this world, the better our chances of surviving." After a heated debate, they reached a compromise. They would continue exploring, but with heightened caution and strict safety protocols. Ava's team would focus on deciphering the alien technology, while Elias ensured the camp's security. Days turned into weeks as the colonists adapted to their new environment. The initial tensions began to ease, replaced by a cautious optimism. The discoveries in the ruins provided hope, and the alien technology, though mysterious, offered potential solutions to their survival challenges. One evening, as Ava pored over an alien tablet, a holographic image appeared before her. It was an Illyrian, its features serene and wise. The figure spoke directly to her, the alien words resonating with a strange familiarity. "Ava," the Illyrian said, using her name, "we have been watching. You seek knowledge and we can provide it. But there is a cost." Ava's heart skipped a beat. What cost? The Illyrian's image flickered. "To adapt fully to this world, you must integrate with our energy. Become one with Illyria." Ava sat back, the weight of the Illyrian's words settling on her. Integration could mean survival, but it could also mean losing their humanity. She knew the decision ahead would not be easy, and the debates within the colony would grow even more intense. As she relayed the Illyrian's message to Elias and the others, she saw the fear and uncertainty in their eyes. The journey to understanding Illyria had just begun, and the path ahead was fraught with challenges. But Ava was resolute. She would do whatever it took to ensure the colony's survival, even if it meant making the hardest choices. The central chamber of the ruins was unlike anything Ava and her team had encountered. It was a grand, awe-inspiring space filled with intricate machinery and pulsing energy conduits. The air was charged with a tangible sense of power, and the walls were adorned with detailed carvings depicting the Illyrians' history. As Ava stepped forward, a holographic image flickered to life, revealing an Illyrian in a form composed of shimmering light. "We have been observing you," the Illyrian began, its voice resonating through the chamber. "We understand your struggles and offer our assistance." Ava's heart raced. This was the breakthrough she had been hoping for. What kind of assistance, she asked, her voice steady despite her excitement. The Illyrian's image shifted, revealing scenes of their civilization's evolution. "We have transcended our physical forms, integrating with the planet's energy field. We can help you adapt to this world, but it requires a profound change. Your consciousness must merge with our energy network, creating a new hybrid species." The room fell silent as Ava and her team absorbed the implications. Integration could mean survival, but it also carried the risk of losing their humanity. Ava felt a wave of uncertainty wash over her. "We need to consider every option if we are to survive here," Ava said, turning to her team. "But we must also be cautious. This decision affects all of us." Back at the base camp, the revelation sparked intense debate among the colonists. Elias's faction was particularly vocal in their opposition, fearing the loss of human identity and autonomy. "This is too dangerous," Elias argued, his voice rising above the murmurs. "We can't lose what makes us human." Ava countered, her tone measured. "What if this is our only chance? The Illyrians' technology could ensure our survival. We owe it to ourselves to explore this possibility." To provide clarity, the Illyrians demonstrated the potential benefits of integration. An energy field enveloped a volunteer, enhancing their physical and cognitive abilities. The display was both awe-inspiring and unsettling. However, a mishap during the demonstration caused panic. The energy field fluctuated, causing the volunteer to collapse. Ava and her team rushed to stabilize them, the room filled with an atmosphere of fear and doubt. That night, Ava lay awake, wrestling with the ethical implications of the integration process. She knew they needed to proceed, but the risks were undeniable. In the end, a decision was made to conduct a limited test of the integration process with selected volunteers. Strict safety measures were put in place, and Ava's team worked tirelessly to ensure the procedure would be as safe as possible. The next morning, Ava addressed the colony. "We will move forward with a controlled test. This is a step towards understanding the full potential of the Illyrian technology. Our priority is the safety and well-being of our people." The colony was divided, but the promise of survival and adaptation was a powerful motivator. As the integration process began, the colonists watched with a mix of hope and trepidation, knowing that their future depended on the success of this bold experiment. The integration chamber was a sterile, high-tech room filled with monitoring equipment and Illyrian technology. The air was cool and clinical, with a faint antiseptic smell. Screens displaying vital signs and energy readings lined the walls. Ava stood by, overseeing every detail of the process. 3 volunteers, each motivated by different reasons, sat in reclining chairs, ready for the procedure. Ava approached them, her expression calm yet focused. "We are about to embark on a journey that could change our future. Remember, if at any point you feel uncomfortable, signal us immediately." The volunteers nodded, their faces a mix of determination and apprehension. Ava took a deep breath and initiated the procedure. The room filled with a soft hum as the Illyrian energy flowed into the volunteers. The process was meticulously monitored, with every fluctuation in the energy field analyzed in real time. Suddenly, one of the volunteers, a young engineer named Sarah, gasped. Her body convulsed and alarms blared. Ava and her team sprang into action, stabilizing her with quick precision. The tension in the room was palpable. After a few harrowing moments, Sarah's vital signs normalized. She opened her eyes, her gaze unfocused but calm. I feel different, stronger, more connected," she said, her voice filled with wonder. The other 2 volunteers experienced similar transformations, each adapting to their new state. The initial reactions were promising, but Ava knew they had to remain vigilant. The integration was a delicate process, and the long-term effects were still unknown. As the integrated individuals began to explore their new abilities, the Illyrians provided further guidance. "The process is just the beginning. Much more lies ahead," an Illyrian explained, its voice echoing in the chamber. Back at the base camp, the reactions among the colonists were mixed. Some were awed by the newfound abilities of the integrated individuals, while others were skeptical and fearful. "Is this really the answer? What are we becoming?" A non-integrated colonist voiced his concerns. Ava addressed the colony, her voice steady and reassuring. "We've done it. This could be the future of our species, but we must proceed with caution and ensure the safety of everyone involved." Plans were made to conduct further tests and improve the integration process. Ava and her team worked tirelessly, refining the procedure and addressing any complications that arose. The integrated individuals shared their experiences, providing valuable insights into their new state. Despite the challenges, a sense of hope began to permeate the colony. The integration process offered a path to survival and adaptation, a way to thrive in the alien world of Illyria. As Ava stood at the edge of the camp, watching the sun set over the ruins, she felt a renewed sense of determination. The journey was far from over, but with each step forward, they were building a future for humanity, a future where they could coexist with the Illyrians and unlock the full potential of their new home. The colony's base camp buzzed with activity as integrated individuals demonstrated their new abilities. Energy surged through their bodies, allowing them to lift heavy objects effortlessly and enhance their cognitive functions. Ava watched with a mix of pride and concern. The benefits of integration were clear, but so were the risks. "Look at what we can do now," one of the integrated colonists, Mara, said, lifting a massive crate with ease. "This is the future." Not everyone shared her enthusiasm. Whispers of dissent filled the camp, and visible factions began to form. Integrated colonists clustered together, proud of their newfound abilities, while non-integrated colonists eyed them with suspicion and fear. Ava and Elias stood at the center of the camp, their faces tense. "We need to address this division," Elias said, his voice low. "It's tearing us apart." Ava nodded. "I know, but we can't ignore the potential of integration. It's our best chance for survival." Their conversation was interrupted by a sudden commotion. An explosion rocked the camp, sending debris flying. Panic spread as colonists scrambled for cover. Ava's heart raced as she rushed towards the source of the blast. "What happened?" she demanded, finding a group of engineers assessing the damage. "Sabotage," one of them replied grimly. "Someone tampered with the equipment." Elias quickly took charge, organizing a search for the perpetrators. "We can't let this go unanswered," he said, his voice hard. "Find out who did this." The investigation revealed a small group of anti-integration colonists, led by a man named Jareth. "We did what we had to," Jareth said defiantly when confronted. "This integration process is a threat to our humanity." The camp was divided even further as tensions escalated. Ava knew they needed a decisive action to address the growing rift. She called for a colony-wide meeting, hoping to find a way forward. The meeting area was a large, open space with makeshift seating and a central stage. The air was thick with anticipation, and the colonists gathered in groups, whispering and debating. Ava took the stage, her heart pounding. "We must embrace this chance to evolve," she began, addressing the crowd. "The integration process offers us a way to survive and thrive in this new world." Elias stepped forward, his expression serious. "We cannot afford to be divided. We must find common ground and work together." Integrated colonists shared their experiences, showcasing their abilities and the benefits of integration. "Our abilities could save us all," Mara said, lifting another crate effortlessly. But the non-integrated colonists were not convinced. "But at what cost? What will we become?" Jareth's voice rang out, capturing the fears of many. After hours of heated debate, the colony agreed to hold a vote on the future of the integration process. It was a critical decision point, one that would shape the destiny of the colony. Ava made a final plea to the colonists, outlining the benefits and addressing their concerns. "This decision will shape the lives of generations to come," she said. "We must choose wisely." As the colony prepared for the vote, both sides campaigned fervently for their positions. Ava felt the weight of the decision bearing down on her, but she remained resolute. The future of the colony depended on their ability to come together and find a path forward. The colony's central meeting area was filled with tension and anticipation as the colonists gathered for the vote on the integration process. Makeshift seating surrounded a central stage where Ava and Elias stood, ready to address the crowd. The air buzzed with nervous chatter, and the Illyrian technology hummed softly in the background. Ava took a deep breath and stepped forward. "Today, we choose our future together," she began. "We have seen the potential of integration. It offers us a chance to adapt and thrive in this new world." Elias followed, his voice steady and calm. "Whatever the outcome, we must stand united. Our survival depends on our ability to work together." Pro-integration and anti-integration leaders took turns speaking, each outlining their arguments and concerns. The tension in the room was palpable, with every word met by murmurs of agreement or dissent. Suddenly, a shimmering light appeared on the stage, and an Illyrian representative materialized. The crowd gasped in surprise. "We understand your fears and concerns," the Illyrian said, its voice soothing. "We are here to offer guidance and reassurance. The integration process is designed to enhance your abilities while preserving your humanity." Emotional appeals followed, with colonists sharing personal stories and perspectives. "I believe in this process," Mara said, her voice strong. "It has given me a second chance, and it can do the same for all of us." Jareth, representing the anti-integration faction, stepped forward. "This is too dangerous," he argued. "We can't lose what makes us human." As the voting began, the room fell silent. The sound of the voting system at work, a mechanical hum and click, echoed through the space. Faces were tense with anticipation, eyes bright with emotion. A technical glitch suddenly delayed the vote count, causing frustration and suspicion to spread among the colonists. Ava's heart sank as she watched the crowd grow restless. The glitch was quickly resolved, and the vote was tallied. The result was a narrow victory for the pro-integration faction. Relief and celebration mixed with disappointment and anger filled the room. "We did it," Mara whispered, tears in her eyes. Elias addressed the colony, his voice firm. "The decision has been made. We will move forward with the integration process, but we must do so with caution and understanding. Unity is more important now than ever." Plans were immediately set in motion to expand the integration process with a focus on safety and thorough understanding. Ava knew the road ahead would be challenging, but she was determined to lead the colony through it. As the meeting concluded, Ava and Elias stood together, looking out over the crowd. The vote had been a pivotal moment, and now it was up to them to guide the colony into this new phase. "This is just the beginning," Ava said softly. "We have a long journey ahead." "Yes," Elias agreed, "but we're in this together." The colony dispersed, returning to their duties with a renewed sense of purpose. The decision to integrate had been made, and with it, the promise of a future where humans and Illyrians could coexist and thrive. The integration chambers hummed with activity as more volunteers stepped forward, ready to undergo the process that would forever change them. The sterile, high-tech rooms were filled with monitoring equipment and Illyrian technology, creating an atmosphere of clinical precision. Ava oversaw every detail, her focus unwavering. "Are you sure about this?" Elias asked, his concern evident as he watched the preparations. "We must learn from these setbacks and keep moving forward," Ava replied, her voice firm. "Safety is our priority. We can't afford more accidents." The initial successes with integration had sparked hope, but they had also highlighted the risks. During one training session, an integrated individual lost control of their newfound abilities, causing a significant accident. The incident left several colonists injured and raised serious concerns about the safety of the process. As Ava addressed the gathered colonists, she could feel the weight of their apprehension. "We are making progress, but we must proceed with caution. Each of you plays a vital role in our survival." The Illyrians offered additional support, providing insights and reassurances. "The process is still evolving," an Illyrian hologram explained. "We will guide you through the challenges." Training sessions continued, with integrated individuals practicing their abilities under strict supervision. The smell of antiseptic filled the chambers, mixing with the sterile scent of advanced machinery. Beeping monitors tracked vital signs and energy levels, a constant reminder of the stakes. Despite the setbacks, many colonists remained hopeful. "These abilities, they feel like a second chance," Mara said during a training break, her eyes shining with determination. However, skeptics voiced their concerns more vocally. "At what cost are we gaining this power?" a non-integrated colonist questioned, fear evident in their voice. Ava worked tirelessly to address the complications and improve the process. Each failure was a lesson, each success a step forward. Elias balanced caution and progress, implementing new safety protocols and emphasizing responsibility. One evening, as the sun set over the colony, casting long shadows across the makeshift shelters and advanced technology, Ava gathered her team. "We must refine the process and ensure the safety of our people. Our future depends on it." The team agreed, their resolve strengthened by Ava's determination. They continued to push forward, refining the integration process and addressing the challenges that arose. The colony's atmosphere was one of cautious optimism. The sound of training sessions and energy surges filled the air, a mix of focus and power. Integrated individuals showcased their abilities, exploring their potential and implications. The feel of tension was palpable, a physical weight that pressed down on everyone. As the days passed, the integration process improved, highlighting both the potential and the risks. Ava knew the road ahead would be difficult, but she was determined to lead the colony through it. With each step forward, they were building a future where humans and Illyrians could coexist and thrive. The outskirts of the colony were a dense mix of untamed wilderness and unexplored ruins, a landscape of beauty and danger. Strange phenomena began to occur, with eerie lights and sounds hinting at unseen threats. The atmosphere was tense, a sense of impending danger and mystery hanging over the colony. Reports of unusual and potentially dangerous wildlife sparked concern among the colonists. Scouting parties returned with tales of strange creatures lurking in the shadows, their glowing eyes watching from the darkness. One night, the colony was jolted awake by an attack. Unknown creatures breached the defenses, testing the colony's unity and resolve. Integrated individuals sprang into action, using their abilities to defend their home. The air was filled with the scent of danger and the sounds of growls and rustling as the creatures approached. Elias quickly organized a defense strategy, his voice commanding as he directed the colonists. "We need to be prepared for anything. Everyone, to your stations." Ava joined the front lines, her mind racing with possibilities. "These creatures. There's something we're missing," she muttered, her eyes scanning the darkness for clues. The integrated individuals showcased their strengths and teamwork, their abilities giving them a fighting chance. Mara's energy pulses illuminated the night, driving the creatures back. The sight of their powers in action was a display of strength and determination. As the battle raged on, Ava noticed patterns in the creatures' behavior. They seemed to be avoiding certain areas she observed, her scientific curiosity piqued. "We need to investigate further." The creatures eventually retreated, leaving the colony to assess the damage and regroup. Elias emphasized the need for vigilance and preparation, reinforcing the defenses and organizing patrols. Ava and her team began investigating the source of the creatures, uncovering ancient Illyrian warnings about the dangers that lurked in the ruins. The discoveries offered insights into the origins and behaviors of the creatures, providing valuable information for the colony's defense strategy. Increased security measures were implemented around the colony, with fortifications and patrols ensuring the colonists' safety. The smell of urgency and fear filled the air as everyone prepared for potential future attacks. Debates arose about whether to continue exploring the ruins. Some colonists, driven by curiosity and the hope of uncovering new solutions, advocated for continued exploration. Others, wary of the dangers, urged caution. Ava addressed the colony, her voice calm but firm. "The ruins hold more secrets than we imagined. We must balance our desire to explore with the need to ensure our safety." As the colony prepared for future attacks, the integrated individuals continued to refine their abilities, showcasing their resilience and adaptability. The sense of unity and cooperation grew stronger, with everyone working together to face the unknown threats. The colony's journey was far from over, but with each challenge they faced, they grew stronger and more determined. The dangers of Illyria were ever present, but so were the possibilities and rewards. Ava knew that they would need to continue balancing curiosity with caution, pushing forward, while ensuring their survival. Ava's team delved deeper into the central alien ruins, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the intricate carvings and pulsing energy conduits. The air was thick with a tangible sense of power, and the walls told stories of the Illyrians' evolution and history. "This way," Ava instructed, leading them through a narrow passage that opened into a grand chamber. The sight took their breath away. The room was filled with holographic recordings and crystalline tablets, each containing records of the Illyrians' past. Ava approached one of the holograms. It flickered to life, displaying an Illyrian in mid-transformation. "Our evolution was driven by necessity and choice," the hologram intoned. Ava translated for the team, feeling a deep connection to the ancient beings. "This is incredible. whispered Elias, who had joined them. "We need to understand this." The Illyrian recordings detailed the integration process, explaining how they had merged with the planet's energy field. Ava's mind raced with the possibilities. "We must learn from this," she said, determination in her voice. "This could be our key to fully adapting to Illyria." Further exploration revealed artifacts that could aid the colony. Ava and Elias discovered a symbiotic relationship between the Illyrians and their environment, highlighting potential benefits for humanity. "This is what we've been searching for," Ava said, holding up an artifact. "We can use this technology to enhance our integration process." However, back at the colony, the news sparked intense debate. "Are we ready to embrace this new path?" a colonist asked during a heated discussion. Skeptics worried about the unknown risks, while supporters saw the artifacts as a way to secure their future. Ava addressed the colony, her voice calm but firm. "The Illyrians have left us a legacy we must understand. We need to proceed cautiously, but we cannot ignore the potential benefits." Elias stood beside her, supporting her stance. "We need to be cautious, but this could change everything." With agreement to cautiously use the artifacts, the colony prepared to harness the Illyrian energy network. The air was filled with a mix of excitement and trepidation as they ventured into this new phase. Ava and her team worked tirelessly, integrating the artifacts and studying the Illyrian records. The ancient air within the hidden chamber was a constant reminder of the passage of time and the weight of their discoveries. The feel of the artifacts' unique textures connected them to the past, while the taste of excitement and fear lingered among the colonists. The journey was far from over, but with each step forward, they were building a future that blended human ingenuity with Illyrian wisdom. Ava knew the path ahead would be filled with challenges, but she was ready to face them, determined to ensure the colony's survival and prosperity. The colony was bustling with activity as new technologies and abilities were integrated into daily life. The once makeshift shelters now stood alongside advanced Illyrian technology, creating a unique blend of human and alien influence. The atmosphere was one of cautious optimism. Ava observed the implementation of Illyrian artifacts to improve daily tasks. Integrated individuals practiced their abilities in training areas, showcasing their control and potential. These new abilities, they opened so many possibilities. An integrated colonist remarked, lifting a heavy object with ease. Training sessions highlighted both successes and challenges. While some colonists adapted quickly, others struggled, revealing the process's complexities. A significant breakthrough came when they harnessed Illyrian energy more efficiently, offering new solutions and benefits. Despite the progress, tensions arose over the ethical use of Illyrian technology. "But are we losing ourselves in the process?" a skeptic colonist questioned during a community meeting. Elias mediated the discussions, emphasizing the need for unity and understanding. "We must ensure our progress doesn't come at too high a cost," Elias said, his voice steady. "Our priority is to protect the colony while embracing the benefits this technology offers." Ava led a team to further explore the ruins, uncovering new information and potential threats. The discovery of an ancient Illyrian warning about the creatures attacking the colony highlighted the dangers and mysteries of Illyria. "We need to prepare for any eventuality," Ava said, her mind racing with the implications. "These discoveries are crucial for our survival." Preparations for a major expedition into unexplored territory began, with a diverse team selected to face the unknown. The colony's anticipation and hope were palpable as they made their final preparations. The sound of training exercises and energy pulses filled the air, a mix of focus and power. The sight of artifacts being used in daily tasks showcased their potential and control. The feel of newfound abilities connected the colonists to the past and future, while the taste of hope and apprehension lingered. As Ava stood at the edge of the camp, watching the sun set over the alien landscape, she felt a deep sense of accomplishment. They were just beginning to understand the full potential of their discoveries, and she was determined to lead the colony into a new era of exploration and understanding. "This is just the beginning," Ava said softly to Elias. "We have so much more to learn and achieve." Elias nodded, his eyes fixed on the horizon. "Together, we'll face whatever comes next." The colony's journey was far from over, but with each trial and triumph, they grew stronger and more united. Ava knew that the challenges ahead would test their resolve, but she was confident in their ability to adapt and thrive. The future of humanity and Illyria was intertwined, and she was ready to guide them into a new chapter of discovery and growth. The final preparations for the major expedition into the uncharted territories of Illyria were underway. The colony buzzed with activity as supplies were gathered and the selected team of explorers made their final checks. Ava stood at the edge of the camp, watching the flurry of motion with a mix of excitement and trepidation. Elias approached, his expression serious yet supportive. "You ready for this?" he asked. Ava nodded, her gaze fixed on the horizon. "We step into the unknown, not just for ourselves, but for the future of our colony." The diverse team assembled for the journey included scientists, integrated individuals, and skilled navigators, all chosen for their unique abilities and expertise. The atmosphere was tense, with a sense of anticipation and danger hanging over them. As the team prepared to depart, the colony gathered to offer their farewells and well wishes. "Stay safe out there. The colony is counting on you," Elias said, his voice filled with concern and pride. "We will," Ava assured him, her determination unwavering. With final words exchanged, the expedition team set out into the uncharted territory. The landscape before them was a mix of beauty and danger, with breathtaking views of ancient ruins and untamed wilderness. The air was filled with unfamiliar scents, a reminder of the unknown risks they faced. The initial journey was filled with discoveries and encounters with new phenomena. Strange wildlife watched from the shadows, their eyes glowing in the dim light. The team moved cautiously, documenting everything they saw and experienced. Ava led the team with confidence, her leadership skills tested at every turn. "Whatever we find out here, we're in this together," she reminded them, her voice steady and reassuring. One significant find changed their understanding of Illyria. Hidden deep within the ruins, they discovered a massive energy source, pulsating with power. "This could be the key to unlocking more of the Illyrian technology," Ava said, her eyes shining with excitement. The team's resolve was tested when they encountered a dangerous creature, unlike anything they had seen before. The beast lunged from the shadows, its growls echoing through the ruins. Integrated individuals sprang into action, using their abilities to defend the group. The battle was fierce, but the team's cooperation and training paid off, and the creature was driven back. Breathing heavily, Ava assessed the situation. "We need to stay vigilant. There are more dangers out here than we realized." Communication back to the colony was essential to keep everyone informed and to receive support. "We found something significant. Prepare to harness the energy source we discovered," Ava transmitted, her message filled with hope. The team continued their exploration, each step revealing more about the planet's mysteries. They discovered ancient Illyrian artifacts and further evidence of the symbiotic relationship between the Illyrians and their environment. The findings were sent back to the colony, where preparations were made to utilize the new knowledge. As the expedition progressed, the bonds among the team members grew stronger. They supported each other through the challenges, their unity and cooperation becoming their greatest strengths. "This is just the beginning of our journey," Ava said during a quiet moment, her voice filled with a sense of purpose. The journey into the unknown was far from over, but with each trial and triumph, the colony grew more resilient and hopeful. Ava knew that the challenges ahead would be daunting, but she was confident in their ability to adapt and thrive. The spirit of adventure and the pursuit of knowledge drove them forward, and she was ready to guide them into the next chapter of their exploration. The future of humanity and Illyria was intertwined, and as they ventured deeper into the uncharted territories, Ava felt a profound sense of connection to the planet and its ancient inhabitants. The journey had only just begun, and she was determined to uncover all the secrets that Illyria had to offer, ensuring a future where humans and Illyrians could coexist and prosper.